Amalfi Coast can be a tricky place to get to. Since we were coming from Rome, we first took a train from Termini Station to Naples Central Station. The ride was almost 3 hours long, but that was just the beginning of our journey that day. At Naples Central Station, we had to transfer to a regional train that would take us in about an hour to Sorrento, the first town on the Amalfi Coast. Once we arrived in Sorrento, we had to board a local SETA bus that runs along the whole coast. But it's worth mentioning that you can't buy tickets on the bus, you have to buy them at local shops. If you're staying on the coast any farther than Sorrento or Positano, I would consider looking at other faster options of arriving. 2 trains and a bus ride later, we arrived at Positano, the gem of the Amalfi Coast. We chose to stay at a family-run bed and breakfast named Casa Teresa. We had a room with a gorgeous ocean view and complimentary breakfast every morning on their beautiful patio. As with all of our stays so far on this trip, we booked this hotel through our favorite hotel reservation site, booking.com. I was able to book months in advance with no prepayment and free cancellation until we arrived, so I got the best deal while still having peace of mind that I can cancel at any time. Since we partner with booking.com, you can use the link in the description of this video to help us out by booking any hotel, flight, or rental car you want at no extra cost to you. To finish off the night, we ate at Il Fornillo and had some of the best seafood pastas, as well as a lemon cream cake that is a local favorite.
Welcome to the Amalfi Coast. Amalfi? Amalfi? Amalfi. Amalfi. Italian words and an English mouth. It's a gorgeous day with our beautiful ocean view, and reminds me a little bit of home, which is nice. Had an awesome night last night, eating yummy food and talking to some more British people. We talked to a lot of British people yesterday, and we actually got the numbers of the people that we talked to last night, and so we might meet up with them when we go to England, which will be fun. So there has been a slight change of plans in our day for today. We originally were going to go on this hike. It's like a 5-mile hike, but we are both decently tired and it's going to be very hot today, so we scratched our plans, and instead we're just going to go to the beach. There are 2 main beaches in Positano, Spaggia Grande, which is the main one you see in all the postcards, and Spaggia del Fornillo, which is more local and less crowded with tourists and boats. We highly recommend spending your time in Fornillo Beach over Spaggia Grande. Also, there are always chairs and umbrellas to rent, but they're usually at least €20 per person, so we opted for sitting on our own beach towels for free. We are headed out to get some drinks and some lunch. We just sweated down at the beach for a while, and the water was amazing and beautiful and amazing.
It was like a bath.
It was like a bath, well, a cold bath.
It was warm in some places. Like it was almost like a pool where it's like you're cold, but then you move into like a warm spot. That's kind of suspicious, but in the ocean, I'm not too worried about it.
Shell and I were having this discussion on the way down to the beach, that the idea of like, oh, walking off the calories really does apply here, because everything is so steep and you're walking so much.
I truly feel like it balances out. Like, I guess we'll see at the end of the trip, like weight gain or weight loss, but I really feel like I can't possibly have been be eating more calories than what I'm burning here.
Seems fair. Gonna go get some spritzes in us. On our way into town, we noticed a public rooftop with an amazing view that seemed oddly vacant, so we made a note of this for later. Shoobity-doo. Positano's Church of St. Mary is located in the center of town, and you can hear the bells ring every hour. Little did we know that that day was a local holiday in Positano, which included marching bands, parades of children, and a special surprise later that night. We even witnessed our second Italian destination wedding. Talk about a view! Remember that empty terrace we found with the great view? Well, it turned out to be a great spot to watch holiday fireworks and enjoy a nice cocktail. Hot diggity dog! We are probably going to miss our ferry, but we are heading to Capri today.
Well, it's okay because they have ferries like every hour, so
yeah, it's not
maybe
terrible.
Even before that.
So we'll be making our way down the coast here, going to be checking it out. We're probably going to miss it, which is fine because it's such a beautiful place, a beautiful day.
Yeah. Oh, we're stuck in Positano a little longer.
Shelby and I, well, mostly me, had the revelation that we gotta get ourselves a super yacht someday.
Yeah, that was not my revelation.
Definitely not Shelby's. But it would just be the coolest.
I think that's our ferry that we're about to miss.
That is the boat that we're supposed to be going on. So we'll see if we can make it. And these are all the people that are in line for it. Maybe we'll be able to sneak on.
Got our tickets. What is that? That's right for the border.
We ended up making it. Getting tickets for the ferry was actually pretty easy. You can find the timetables online with a quick Google search and just buy tickets at the kiosk down by the dock. Just make sure you plan your return accordingly because some routes don't have boats running after certain times of the day. But other than that, you should be good. So we are now in Capri, and the first order of business is finding some gelato. So that's what we're about. Got some gelato. Starting off the trip right.
Definitely not the best gelato we've had, but it's also like the only option right here. So
right here. We could probably go figure it out.
Capri is an island just off the coast of Sorrento. It's known for its lemons, caprese salads, bright blue water, and frequent high-profile visitors.
We stumbled upon this place, and it looks pretty awesome. I think it's more of a local spot. It doesn't feel as touristy.
Yeah, I'm glad that we kept walking.
Yeah, me too.
Since we didn't have plans for lunch, we found a cute little beach club right on the water and split a sandwich and some cocktails. So anything around here on the coast and on Capri, any beaches, you pretty much always have to pay if you want to sit on one of the lounge chairs, which is like most of the beach. There's usually a small part where you can put a towel down, like in California, what we're used to. And so you can't do that for free, but otherwise you have to pay for the chairs with the umbrellas because it's so hot here always. But most of them have little restaurants or bars right by the beach too, and you can eat there without necessarily having to pay for the lounge chairs. So that's what we did today. We still got the same view and got to have drinks and didn't have to pay for the chairs, which was nice.
It felt super local too, like didn't feel like we were tourists, which was really nice.
We walked pretty far out of town to come here, so
totally worth it.
Next, we headed to the Gardens of Augustus for one of the best views in Capri. From here, you can get a great look at the Faraglioni, those big rock formations jutting out of the ocean.
This is a crazy view.
Faraglioni?
The big rocks.
They have something to do with like romance. I don't know. Everyone's obsessed with like going on a boat near them. It'd probably be cool.
They have something to do with romance.
They're rocks, I don't know.
And
But
they're big rocks.
They look cool.
Now that looks epic.
Look at those paddle boaters. That looks so nice right now.
Yeah. I want to jump in that blue water so bad.
Tradition says that if you kiss someone you love as you pass under these rocks on board a boat, you'll be in love forever. Unfortunately for us, we didn't want to shell out the money for a boat tour, so I guess we'll have to actually work at our marriage.
This is the ship that I want someday. Right there.
I made a friend.
We're making our way back down to the boat to catch a ferry. The end of a relaxing and wonderful day in Capri. Now, what's nice about Italy is that you can drink anywhere. And so you'll often see bottles all over the place, and we will definitely make sure that we clean up after ourselves, but we're enjoying the this law of Italy that you can just drink on the beach. So that's what we're doing. But it's
Tomorrow night we might go somewhere a little nicer.
pretty incredible. Yeah, there's this place that has this lemon and butter ravioli
Something like that.
that looks amazing, and I love me some ravioli. It's been a wonderful day. We were talking about how we think we would change up the itinerary a little bit if we went to Capri again and like take a boat around the island and like jump off at different places because it just gets so hot during the day, and it'd be fun to see all of Capri. And it feels like you see a little bit of Capri if you go and you walk around, and you can rent Vespas and stuff like that, but we didn't do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you could plan ahead if you wanted to. Like you could book boat trips, or you could book Vespas, or even like day trips like on a bus or whatnot. But I don't know, it's kind of hard like your first time being someplace. You don't know what it's like, you don't know what you'll want to do, what you won't want to do. So we kind of kept it open for our first time here so that we didn't like overbook ourselves where like it's go 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 and we never have time for something like this. So I made him promise that this won't be our last time here, so we'll have a chance to do some other stuff next time we come.
If you guys want to support the channel in any way so that we can come back to Italy, feel free. Otherwise it might be a lot longer. Overall, a very good time. Excited to just relax tonight. Got some pizza. Life is good.
Ian's gonna throw a fit.
Oh, Ian will have to live with the fact that I'm not wearing a shirt. And I was just thinking about the fact that this is reminiscent of
Our first video?
Our first video.
That one didn't fit very well.
Except, look where we're eating now. On the Amalfi Coast. Here's to us.
No fair. I don't know.
And thus concludes our evening with wine and good company and wonderful times. Shelby had a very strong limoncello spritz for lunch and is trying to eat a cannoli, and now she's just cracking
I
up.
thought we were gonna share it.
Okay, why don't we enjoy this beautiful view and eat. We are on our way to the Amalfi Coast.
No, we're on the Amalfi.
We're on the Amalfi Coast. And
the Amalfi Coast is named Amalfi because of the town Amalfi, which is like one of the last towns on the Amalfi Coast. So we're staying north in Positano, but we're going south toward Amalfi. Amalfi is like a bigger city, so we're not really gonna stay and hang out in Amalfi. But there's a town called Ravello, which is more quaint and beautiful up like in the hills of Amalfi. So we're gonna dock in Amalfi and then take a bus up to Ravello. That's our plan.
We're going to this cool lookout that we'll show you soon. Where are we going, Shel?
Going to Ravello. Once we arrived in Amalfi, we hopped on the local bus and rode up to Ravello. In Ravello, we wandered around the main square and even saw another wedding. From there, we walked around the corner to Villa Cimbrone, which is a historic villa looking out over the coast of Ravello. It dates back to at least the 11th century, but it's been restored since then and is now also a hotel. However, you still can buy tickets just to go into the gardens, which is what we did. One of the most well-known spots in the gardens is the Terrace of Infinity, looking out over the whole ocean. You also may recognize this spot as a filming location for the movie Tenet.
We are in this place that they filmed a scene from Tenet in, and that's about all I know about it.
Probably so much more important than that.
It's a cool place. It's really beautiful. I always wonder, like, who are these, like, very important families, obviously, that created these places, but it's just so epic. Like, you have to have so much power and money to do this type of thing. It's been a little bit of a journey through Ravello. I feel like it's up at the top of the island of Amalfi.
What? Amalfi's not an island.
Whatever. Up at the top of the island,
No.
or the top of wherever we're at.
The top of the town of Amalfi. It's like up in the hills.
Feels like an island. Been in so many islands lately, you can't keep them straight.
The only island we've been to is Capri.
What can I say? I could never do geography well.
Despite the beautiful weather we had all day in Ravello, we started to see some clouds rolling in on our ferry back to Positano. And then this happened.
So, there's a thunderstorm.
A big one! You should show that.
That wasn't there.
Yeah, that was not a natural waterfall before.
So it's gonna be an interesting run back to the room.
This was literally like 20 seconds after.
My shoes are completely soaked. Helpful to have a waterproof phone, you know?
Since we had all our camera gear and drone equipment, Matt had to run into a shop and find a plastic bag to cover it, but thankfully everything was okay.
Alrighty. This is after the rain, and
This is maybe an hour?
beautiful, gorgeous day
Hour
now.
and a half maybe?
The road that was literally just like a
flood.
river
It was a river.
is now just completely normal.
Beautiful.
And
The ocean looks completely still.
wearing my flip flops.
Peaceful.
Crazy.
It's crazy. For our final dinner in Positano, we hiked into the main town and ate at Ristorante La Ancora. Not only was the food great, but it came with an amazing view of the town at night. I could keep telling you about how beautiful the Amalfi Coast is, but I think these videos speak for themselves. Now you should go see it with your own eyes.